Hey guys, this is Kile. In this video, I want to try to analyze a little a track from G-POL. I know this was one of the requests. I try to make. I try to focus mostly on the vocal processing. I worked a little yesterday. Now I don't know if the problem now is the original recording, because I tried to record my vocal without even Audimee, just my raw vocal with my microphone. Maybe maybe you need already a good starting vocal sample. But I think I'm near. I've spotted a few interesting stuff on his vocal processing. But yeah, we are not completely there. But I still wanted to show you what I did, because for me it's still interesting to show you. And maybe later we can see if we can analyze this C part, because is where he's introducing the melodic elements, like some leads, some plugs, and so I think it's cool. So we can I can just start by showing you the chain for the vocal. Is actually a lot, and I tried a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna show you one by one all the things I did. And the vocal for now sounds like this. Yeah, is the problem I have here is it feels a little too bright, too much sibilance, maybe the T and the S, and I tried to tame it with suit, but the problem is we need to find a balance, because if we tame it too much, I think we lose some. We can't understand too much the vocal after, because it's too much compressed. And the original is not Audimee, as I said, but is literally just my voice, like you hear here.
Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my palm. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name.
It starts like this, and I've pitched it down -5, so I'm in D sharp D, so in that range. And then also, before we go into the whole processing, you see that here I'm doing some volume automations, like also I'm chopping the sound. That's because some words are again the S and the T, before even working with the suit or any other stuff, you can literally just turn that down with an utility or anything, like for example,
taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name.
Like this is a super resonant also with all the processing we are doing with OTT saturation. This really stands out too much, I think. So it's better if you tame it.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it.
Also, you see some. You can already see some are louder, are bigger as a wave. Some are shorter. So another thing you can do is you can quickly, or we turn this down a little, so they are more or less the same range. But yeah, what I did now was I have one mono layer.
Say the name.
Let's remove everything. And by the way, this is the reference, so.
Illicit dust on my tongue across the line. Feel it by my lips and
yeah, now let's try go one by one, because there's actually a lot of stuff. So auto tune, I'm just selecting the deep region, so I'm just a little tuning my vocal, my main vocal. I'm selecting left because you see this is the vocal is just on the actually in the right, so I'm just selecting one channel and I'm making this mono. Our vox just a little of compression. Nothing. Taming a little my lows because the vocal when it's pitched down we actually have a lot of almost sub. This is like interfering with the sub, so I'm just turning this down.
Don't need to say the name.
And after I'm doing this boost, I maybe because I kind of like. Yeah, then I'm doing this boost because maybe we were killing a little too much the lows, so just bring up some warmth on the vocal.
Don't need to
EQ.
Don't
and
need to say
limiter.
the name.
This limiter I think is just catching the peaks, the loudest part of the vocal. Just some peaks like I think again the S and the T. These are the problem I think.
Don't need.
Then I have the same exact layer, but I'm using Alter Boy, and I'm panning it to the right and one to the left.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
Doing some basic EQ to boost up some low mids. You can already see the S, how loud they are and how they hurts you almost. Some OTT compression. OTT, I think for this stuff, this left and right, we want the vocal super processed. We don't want too much dynamics because it's wide. So my goal here is I don't really care about the dynamics and I just chop a lot.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games.
This is the other.
Don't need to say the name.
Yeah, I think the processing is almost the same.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games.
Yeah, let's clip this even more. So let's say -7. Yeah, the problem here, even if I'm clipping -6, the fact that we are panning, I think is boosting the volume is boosting a little the volume, you see?
Don't need to say the name.
I never understood this stuff with Ableton.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest. In my face of my tongue. Don't need to say.
So yeah, these are the 3 layers. You can even use one and then use an imager to make this other layer super wide. But for sure we need one mono layer and one wide layer. We're going to check it later. Let me enable a few stuff here, but also we are going to look at the reference and we will hear that actually the mono layer is different and the wide layer is different, so we can hear different stuff in both of the layers. So
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
gate.
Don't need to.
This is because my microphone maybe was also recording some other stuff I didn't want, so I just use a gate. OTT.
Don't need to say the name.
I think this is we are going to use this a lot for this stuff because it is super compressed and super bright. I don't know. For me, OTT might work. Good.
Don't need to say the name.
Yeah, sorry. I think my microphone was a little fucked up, and I changed the settings, and now it should be fine. So forgive me if the first part of the video the microphone is a little distorted. So yeah, we were using Suit and I was targeting the sibilances, the hikes, because you can see
Taste on my tongue.
it is a lot smoother for me.
Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue.
Yeah, the problem is if you kill it too much, again we lose the words. We can't understand too much the words, and I just experimented, I think, with some of
Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name.
with the depth and the mix.
Taste it on my. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
I think a compressor to glue all the three sounds together, and literally just experimenting with the settings. Maybe, then it's too much, maybe.
Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
I think we want a fast attack to catch the picks.
Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. Taste it on.
Let's go ahead with Pro MB.
Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name.
So here I'm compressing the vocal in three bands. The subs where I'm super controlling it. The lows where I'm super controlling it. The mids is I'm compressing a little less. You see the attack is longer. It's low attack, so I think we are letting a bit of the frequency here to pass through, and then we are taming it, and then the hikes.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to.
Yeah, for me, what is happening here is I'm just closing a little, controlling a little the highs and the super lows, and maybe I'm focusing more into the mids for this vocal. Then another compressor.
Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3
This is without any settings. I think it's a super fast release and a fixed, super fast attack and a fixed release. So I don't know the settings, but I use this also for just some more saturation, because it's also adding a subtle analog warmth, I think. Fresh air, this is actually doing a lot, and because before we were compressing all the hikes, this is getting the highs back. So let's see.
Taste it on my tongue. Taste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my balls.
Shifter.
Taste it on my tongue. Taste it.
This is just a subtle LFO effect, I think. Let's over exaggerate it.
Taste it on my tongue.
I don't know if this is even needed, but just to have something more. So this will actually work, will actually change our sound, and we will get that not sparkle, but that synthy top line, because I can hear like a synth in his vocal. Like if you hear like, you can hear like. Now I will show you because it's easier. You can hear like a so synth. Yeah, and I was actually experimenting a little on how it got that, and I think I've used a similar trick maybe in one of other tracks, just again experimenting. And what is using, I think, is a vocoder like this. So it's basically a vocoder, and I'm using an external input, and in this case is just this one. Let me show you what is this preset. Is from Serum. I think I changed it, I tweaked it a little. But what you can do is you can try more preset with the vocoder until you find the one you like. So this is the sound. Also, I've used a gate, so it's like following the vocal, but without. So you see, it's like super bright, super like a saw. I think you can use I can as kick, and you can saturate it the hell how you want it. We are just going to use this as a layer. So when I don't need this, I can use send only. So this is just for the sends, like for this case in the vocoder.
Paste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
And then you can play with the frequency here, the depth. I think the higher depth, it will follow more the vocal, and lower it will be a little less. It will be a little loose, so with longer release, all the other stuff.
Paste it on my tongue. Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
Actually, yeah, we can do a cool stuff like can automate this, because this is actually cool. Like here.
Don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my bone.
And maybe we can try with some more. I don't know.
Need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my bones. Like it, come on, give me one more.
Yeah, I think we don't need too much lows.
Need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing.
Yeah, so this is a cool trick you can use. I think it is super unique. I don't know if using this at the moment maybe you will just sound a copy of him, but I just experimented, and I think is cool. Is another cool trick you can use, maybe not in the vocal, but or maybe you just experiment with different presets until you find another cool layer. Then I'm using a compressor. This is like a basic parallel compressor. Also, super important, this vocoder is mono, because now we are going to listen to, let's just listen to his vocal, the side. So now I'm just listening to what he has wide, and you will just hear the wide layers, but not this effect. So I guess he made this mono.
Illicit dust on my tongue, cross the line.
Also, it feels like some phaser vocal here. I don't know.
Illicit dust on my tongue, cross the line.
He said if we listen to the mono part, you will hear that this effect.
Illicit dust on my tongue, cross the line. Feel it by my lips, the beat. Taste it the way to don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. Playing dirty games. Feel it.
And yeah, I just made it mono. Then let's see, this is just some layering for getting some more bright on some more texture on the vocal. And from here we got like this effect, and you just need to shape better the vocal, make it sound good. This is where the starting point of our vocal needs to be good. If not, like you can get to that level for me. And also I don't know if he's using any other crazy tools, plugins. Maybe he's using the kilohertz bundle or infiltrator, I don't know. So here I'm just controlling some bad frequencies. Maybe we can do it dynamic because it's safer, I think. one. So again, controlling more the hikes of the sibilances, the has, that's really where is the problem. Flute. Again, same sibilances, top area. And this is, might sound strange, but what I'm really doing here is I'm looking at the reference with span to see how loud is a wide layer, and I'm just boosting up until they sound similar. So this is the side, so I'm really boosting the side in the 200 area. You will see that he also has a super strong 200 area. 400, sorry. Also, this stuff here for me is like a flanger effect or some effect. For sure, it has something on the wide layer, because you can get these peaks here with just your vocal and a wider. Well, I mean, we can try getting that again, but I'm not sure. What we can try maybe is together. Yeah. Oh, I didn't try this stuff. Maybe this is for sure is overkill, but fine. So we are going to split the two channels. So one will be just mono, and this will be all the side. So now we can process the mono on the side. And let's try with a flanger, or actually I had a flanger, but I don't know where it went. Let's try with the keyboard's flanger. You see these peaks?
Feel it in my chest, in my bones. Like it, come on, give me one more. Taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games.
Maybe we can boost it a little.
In my bones, it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games. In my bones, taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing in my chest, in my bones. Like it, come on, give me one more. Taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my bones. Like it, come on, taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. Taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
Let's try.
From my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my bone. Taste it from my tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m. playing dirty games. Feel it in my chest, in my bones. Like it, come on. My tongue, don't need to say the name. 3 a.m.
Maybe some feel like this. It maybe is overkill. I'm overcomplicating all the stuff.
Taste it from my tongue, don't need
There's a bad frequency here in the mids. Let's listen to the sides. Maybe some more lows. We can hear more of the lows in this vocal on the side. And maybe we can, I don't know if using Suit just on the side to control all the frequencies a little more can be a cool idea. Let's listen. Too much.
Illicit Dust.
Yeah, we are lacking some of them. Yeah, sounds super complex, but never mind. Let's go. Okay, so again here maybe we can do something like this. I mean, I think he's fine. Super massive. I'm using this just for a room. That's one. This is the preset. Here we can remove some of the lows, but this is the preset small plus wide. Is here reverb small, and just as a room to glue everything together, but maybe it's not even needed. Auto filter for maybe automation, and also for removing some of the hikes, because we are really saturating, compressing, boosting, so we are doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to control a bit of the hikes. You see, this is actually just catching the peaks, the hike peaks. And then I'm grouping this with another Vox. Yeah, fuck is super. It's not in it. Yeah, sorry. So yeah. So this is for the vocal. I think is you get the idea. How I will do it is actually harder than what I talked, but it's cool.